We usually bring for you the math. So this one is a math channel. So I want us to learn about fractions, like understanding fractions. Now, there are several areas that I want us to work out, areas that are to do with fractions. So first of all, I thank you for wherever you are watching us. Welcome to this channel. This one is the number one channel that brings for you all things to do with mathematics. So let's now kickstart. So I want us to talk about fraction. So we have various types of fractions. So we have types of fractions. So we have types of fractions. Types of fractions. Types of fractions. So when talking about types of fractions, there are several types of fractions that I want us to talk about. We have several types of fractions that I want us to talk about. So the first type of fraction is the improper fraction. So the first one is improper fraction. Improper fraction. So the second one is proper fraction. Proper fraction. Then the third one, another type of fraction is also number 3. We can talk about the mixed fractions. Mixed fractions. So these are the types of fractions that you usually have. So improper fraction is like, for example, you have 10 out of 9. This fraction is an improper fraction, 10 out of 9. So a proper fraction is the vice versa. We can now have 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Then mixed fraction, now we can have 1 whole and 9 out of 10. So that is a mixed fraction. So we have improper fraction, that is 10 out of 9. Proper fraction, 9 out of 10. Then mixed fraction, that is 1 whole and 9 out of 10. So those ones are the number 1 type of fraction, 2 and 3. All these type of fraction, you usually use them in various basis or daily basis: improper, proper, and mixed fractions. Now, in dealing with fractions, we have various things that you need to talk about. So fractions can be multiplied, whereby in terms of multiplication you can say 1 over 2 multiplied by a third. So 1 over 2 multiplied by 1 over 3. So fractions can be multiplied. So when fractions are multiplied, you just work out the numerator directly. Like you just say 1 multiplied by 1. And 1 multiplied by 1 is 1 all over. Then the denominator 2 multiplied by 3. And the answer is 6. So the answer is 1 over 6. That is the best way of multiplying fraction. You just pick, this one is just an example, a half multiplied by a third. So you multiply the numerator, that is 1 multiplied by 1, which is 1. 2 multiplied by 3, and that is 6. So we can also do the same for the second one. We can also say that 2 thirds multiplied by 2 thirds multiplied by a third. 2 thirds multiplied by a third. So you don't just work it directly, like you say 3 times 2, 3 times 1. That one will be wrong. Just say 2 multiplied by 1 is 2 all over, then you multiply 3 multiplied by 3, and that is 9. So that is in an event whereby you are given two fractions to do what? To multiply two fractions at a go. Next, you can say multiply 2 over 3 times 2 over 3 multiplied by 6 over 7 multiplied by a half. That's the next one. So when you have 2 over 3 multiplied by 6 over 7 multiplied by a half. So we are just going to do the same thing. Here we are going to look at the number that cancels each other instead of multiplying them directly. So 2, like this 2 cancel these other 2. Then like this 3. 3 are once, 3 into 6 twice. Now we shall have got this. We shall have got 1 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1. So 1 multiplied by 2 is 2. 2 multiplied by 1 is 2. Then we shall have our 2 all over. Now we shall now go directly to the denominator. That is 3 multiplied, sorry, this one we had cancelled, so we are not going to put it. So here was 1 multiplied by 7, that is 7, and 7 multiplied by 1 is 7. So our answer now becomes as 2 over 7. So this one is now when you are given several fractions to work out. 2 over 3 multiplied by 6 over 7 multiplied by a half. Then from there you just cancel. 2 here once, 2 goes into 6. 2 goes into 6 3 times. Then from there 3 here once, 3 there once. So let's try another example. Another example, we can check this. We can have a half multiplied by 2 over 5 multiplied by half multiplied by 2 over 5 multiplied by 3 over 6. So an example you can given this. Then their x is equals to what? A half multiplied by 2 over 5 multiplied by 3 over 6. So what is the answer? So here we are going to be very keen in simplifying this fraction. So you shall begin 2 here once, 2 goes into 2 once. Then from there you shall pick 3 here once, 3 into 6 twice. So now we shall have 1 multiplied by 1. The answer shall be 1 out of 1 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 2, and the answer is 1 over 10. That is how now we multiply this fraction. And again, you shall be asked this way, or there's a we can talk about a half multiplied by 2 over 7 divided by a half. So like in this case here now, a half multiplied by 2 over 7 divide by a half. So in this case, you're not going to work it directly, like multiplying a half times 2 over 7, but you're going to work out the BODMAS first. You pick 2 over 7 divided by a half. So we're going to work out this one first. So here you can say 2 over 7 multiply. Now we change this a half to the reciprocal. Now it becomes 2 over 1. Then multiply this multiplication a half. So because all of them are now multiplication, we are allowed to cancel the numbers, like 2 here once, 2 there once. So already here we cannot cancel it further. We shall have 1 multiplied by 1 times 2, and the answer here is 2 all over 7. So the answer is 2 out of 7. So if you're joining our channel for the first time, remember subscribing to our channel as you're enjoying the maths channel. So whenever you are given a number like this, one thing you need to know is that you shall work out the division first by following the PEDMAS rule, or sometimes people call it the BODMAS rule. You work out the number inside the bracket, that is the division first. Then from there you move to the multiplication. So once you done it like that, you say 2 over 7 multiplied by 2 over 1. Now from division to multiplication, so we shall have the reciprocal, that is 2 over 1, and that one shall lead us to that answer. Again, let's look other examples on that. So another example can be this way. You can be asked 1 over 2, you add to 1 over 2, add to 1 over 5, 1 over 2, add to 1 over 5, divide by 2 over 25. So the equation, or we can always counter such a math problem. A half a half, add to a fifth, divide by 2 over 25. So in this case, you're going to work out the division first. So we shall have a fifth, then this sign shall change, division sign shall change to multiplication sign. Then we shall have now, when it changes, we shall now have the reciprocal of 2 over 25. And the reciprocal of 2 over 25 is 25 over 2. Then now we are now allowed to bring our addition. So we bring our addition here. That was a half. So now we shall have a half, a half. We add to a fifth, multiply by 25 over 2. Now let's simplify. 5 here once, 5 goes in 25, 5 times. Now we shall have 1 multiplied by 5, and the answer is 5 over 2. Then this one we shall have plus a half, because now we are done with multiplication. We now move to what we call the addition. So a half plus 5 over 2. How do we go about this? This one is simple. You just say 2 multiplied by 1 is 2. 2 multiplied by 1 is 2. Then from there, you add 2. 2 multiplied by 5 is 10. Then all over 2. Then that is how you work it out. So here, 2 plus 10, we shall have 12. And we shall have now 12 out of 2. Then from there, we do what? We simplify. 2 here once, 2 into 12, 6. So now our answer becomes 6. It is as simple as that. So I want us to move to the next, where we can have an example like this. An example now comes and say a half times 2 over 5 divided by 5 over 6 divided by 5 over 6. So in this problem now, you are going to work out the division first. Now we shall have 2, we shall just have this a half here multiplied by 2 over 5. Then now this sign, now the division sign, shall change to a multiplication sign. Then the reciprocal of 5 over 6 now becomes 6 over 5. Now, since we have worked out the division and we've changed it to a multiplication, and this one was the multiplication, now we can just work it out directly. There shall be no problem. So now we shall have, cancel now, 2 here once, 2 into 2 once. Then we cannot cancel it again further. So we shall have 1 multiplied by 1 times 6. And the answer is 6 out of 5 multiplied by 5 is 25. So the answer is 6 out of 25. By working out this sum, you simply look at the BODMAS, ama PEDMAS. So we usually call it the PEDMAS, or we call it the BODMAS. So these two, it depends with which one are you using. So this one says we start with the bracket first, then you move to of. Of means multiplication, like you can be asked like this, 2 over 5 of 1 over 2. You can be asked like this, 2 over 5 of 1 over 2. Now, when of is written, it means it's a multiplication. You simply say 2 out of 5 times a half. Then from there you can do what? You can cancel 2 here once, 2 into 2 once. So you shall remain with 1 over 5. Shall remain with 1 over 5. So that's why I'm saying that B stands for bracket. B stands for bracket. You work out the bracket first. O stands for of, like an example that I've just given here. 2 over 5 of 1 over 2. Then from there, D stands for division. And this is the explanation that I've said. 2 over 5 like a half multiplied by 2 over 5 divided by 5 over 6. So the D, that is division, we starts. Like it is wrong for us to start multiplying a half by 2 over 5. It is wrong, and we shall end up with the wrong answer. So what we are going to do, we work out the division first. Then M stands for multiplication. Once you're done with division, you move to multiplication. Then addition, then from there we have subtraction. Okay, let us now talk about this other one. We can have like a problem like 5 add to 2, then 5 add to 2, subtract 6, 5 add to 2, subtract 6, multiply by 7. 5 add to 2, subtract 6, multiply by 7. Then from there, add 2. We can have a problem like that. 5 add to 2, subtract 6, multiply by 7, plus 2. Now, in this case, we are going to start with the multiplication first. Like 6 multiplied by 7, and we shall now have 42. Then this 42, we're going to add 2 here, then subtract from 2, add to 5. So 5, this 5 is here, plus 2, 2 is here, subtract here, 6 multiplied by 7 is 42, add to 2, because we are following the BODMAS rule. Now from there, we shall start with the addition first. Like 5 plus 2, we shall have 7, subtract 2, 42. Okay, this one we are just saying 42 plus 2, that is 44. So we shall have 7 subtract 44. So when we work out this one, now we shall have a negative answer, and the answer shall be minus 37. So, and the answer shall be minus 37. So this one is how we work it out. This one is how we follow the rules of the BODMAS. We can work out it this way by following the rules. That is why I was saying that there are several techniques that are used in working out these sums. Like we can say that a half you add to a fifth. A half you add to a fifth. Then you subtract a third from this. Okay, a half add to a fifth, subtract a third. So here we are going to check this one very keenly, and we can start working out the addition first. So we can say that 5 and 2, we multiply 5 and 2 and say it is 10, or we can as well say 2, 5 and 3, and there we shall have 30. Sorry, we shall have 30. There we shall have 30. So 2 multiplied by 5 times 3 is 30. Then 30 goes into 2, 15. You add 2, 5 goes into 30, 6. You add 2, 10. So now you shall have 16 plus 15. And there we shall have 31 out of 30. And we cannot leave our fraction like this. So there we shall have 1 whole and 1 out of 30. And that one now becomes our answer. That is now becomes our answer. So there is how we work out the fractions. So fractions are usually, they are very, very areas that we can always maneuver. Now we can work out the fraction with a whole number. Like we can say 3 out of 5 add to 1 whole. 3 out of 5 add to 1 whole. This one is the same like you're saying 3 out of 5 add to 5 out of 5. 3 out of 5 add to 5 out of 5. So now 5 plus 2, the answer shall be 8 out of 5. 8 out of 5. So now when you simplify, you shall have one whole, and 5 goes into 3. 1 times that, the remainder is 3. 3 out of 5. So that is the answer to this other one. So you shall have one whole and 3 out of 5. So that is how we can add fractions to a whole number. Okay, so there are several areas that I needed to touch on this before now we embark to our today's exercise or our today's question. There's an area that I want us to revise, and it is related to that particular question. Okay, now here we are told work out the square root of 625 plus the square root of 16, sorry, the square root of 625, you add to 16 squared, you subtract the square root of 81. So this one is the question. The square root of 625, you add to square root of 16 minus the square root of 81. So here we shall say the square root of 625 is 25. So we shall have our 25 written there. You add to 16 squared is 256. Then you subtract 2. The square root of 81 is, that is 9. So now we shall have 25 plus 256, subtract from 9. With this one, you shall just work out and get the answer directly. Okay, there's a figure here. Find the area of the rectangle below in acres. So here we shall multiply 3.5 multiply by 1.5 because you are trying to find the area. Because area, this one is this figure is a rectangle. So area is equals to the length times the width. So we shall have 3.5 multiplied by 1.5 multiplied by 1.5. So there we shall have, like you're saying, 35 out of 10 multiplied by 15 out of 10. So once this one is done, you shall automatically get the answer. Once that one is done, you shall automatically arrive at the answer and move to the answer very, very fast with the fast speed. Okay, so that is how it is. These things are done. So they are very, very easy things that we shall always get to know them. We are always ready to understand them. And hence very, very easy things that anyone can work out. So what I'm trying to say is that this subject called mathematics is one of the areas that are very easy. It's one of the easiest subject that you can always score. It is one of the subjects that you can always excel, and you can always get very, very good good marks from it. So as usual, mathematics is one of the mother of all the subjects. All the subjects that you usually see, mathematics is the mother of all subjects. So it just depends with the attitude that we might have in working out some of the math, in working out some of the maths problem. So one of the things that is required of us is to continue revising thoroughly, so that at least we get to know and understand all those the things in mathematics. So you need to have your how do you call it?